Alright, let's talk about pornography today. And I had this addiction of watching pornography, and it all started at the age of 13. And I was so addicted to them. It wasn't very easy for me to quit. I realized that it destroyed me soulfully, it destroyed my soul. I realized it. And I decided to quit that habit once and for all. And I failed miserably when I tried to quit this habit because it was ingrained in me. Like watching two people have sex through a screen is ingrained in my brain. And it was not very easy for me to get used to it. But I quit anyways. I decided to quit anyways. So how did I do it? I think the first thing I did is to do research about a lot of these things, like how it affects our brain, how it is like very harmful for us. I gained awareness. Even though if we gain awareness, my temptation was still strong, and I still fell for it. Even though I rationally know that what I am doing is wrong. And how did I overcome this part? So what I did was that, like when I was addicted to porn, I was so awkward of social interactions, and I was so awkward in social situations. So what I do was, after I watch porn, I feel so bad about myself. Yep, of course that guilt comes in. So what I do is, I immediately put myself in social situations. That's what I did. I voluntarily put myself in social situations, and I felt the awkwardness. That shame was the I actually had this mindset that yes, when we watch porn, we are going to be socially awkward. This wasn't ingrained in me. So I voluntarily put myself in social situations, interacted with people, and I felt I went through psychological pain of being awkward. I don't like to be awkward around people, but I was being anyways. And this made me discipline myself not to do that so stupid habit again. And this cycle repeated again and again, and I eventually increased the friction against watching this porn. And basically what I did was make this habit as unattractive as possible, because it puts me in awkward position. So automatically this habit became very unattractive. And you can do this anyways. I did like this is my way of doing. So but the basic fact is that you gotta make sure that this habit of yours becomes unattractive to you as possible. If it becomes unattractive, the friction increases. As the friction increases, you will stop doing it. Alright, so this is how I quit my porn habits, and this is one aspect of it, making the habit unattractive. And second aspect is that you gotta form good ons. You can't just focus on not doing that, because you'll be obsessed with it and you will do it anyways. So it's very important that you distract your mind in something else, something more productive. And one of the best habits that I would recommend is to do meditation. Meditation actually improves your response time. What I mean by response time is that you get an urge to watch porn. There is this time, where you will make a decision either to watch porn or be disciplined. And when you do meditation and when you get used to meditation, this time increases. and you will be able to make decisions much more clearly and think rationally. And this is one thing that helped me a lot, like meditation, which helped me to quit my addiction habit. And other thing was to learn instruments. I started playing piano like for 2 3 months, and last year I started, and that also helped me a lot when it comes to overcoming my addiction, because it improved my brain function, and I don't know, I just stopped watching it at all. And number three is maintaining consistency, because think about it, every people get depressed once in a lifetime, at least once in a week. Every people get depressed, and they when they get depressed, the number one mistake that they do is just find an outlet, find a distraction to actually erase this discipline. Sorry, erase this depression. Sorry. And some people who have social anxiety, they might just watch porn, and they feel bad. They feel really bad after that session. So when you get this depression, what I want you to do is that think about the problem. Think about the problem that you're facing right now. Focus on solving the problem. Ask yourself, okay, what I can do to be in a much better position tomorrow. Because when you solve this problem, you will stop finding distractions. Because the problem is in first place which created this depression, right? So I want you to solve the problem first. Then if you still feel like you need distraction, then by all means go for it. But when you solve the problem, but trust me when I say this, when you solve the problem, when you solve the root cause that is causing you depression, you will stop looking for distractions. Because it all comes down to this root cause. So yes, but also I want you to do one more thing. When you get porn addiction, when you indulge in porn, when you relapsed, think about, identify the pattern. For me, the pattern is that like I always like go Instagram, and I just scroll Instagram, and whenever I watch that hot gym girl, I just like get distracted and go for a thing. So this is my trigger point. So I remove the trigger point. I just deleted Instagram, and automatically the trigger has gone. But still, even if I feel like installing Instagram again, like for some reason, I just don't do that. I just set this mindset that whenever I watch Instagram, I just go for this thing. So I won't watch Instagram. So it could be any other trigger points for you guys. So find the trigger points. Make this habit as unattractive as possible. Form good habits, and when you get depression, and when you get the temptation to watch and find distractions, focus on the problem and solve it first. If you solve it and still get the urge, think to yourself why you started this app in the first place, and stay rational. Of course, if you still fail, put yourself in a situation that makes this habit very unattractive. So it will increase the friction between you and that habit, and form good habits. And I hope you have learned some value from this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.